Gary,
Pleasure.
how
Peter.
are you?
Very
My
well.
pleasure. Thank you for finding time. Thank you for willing to exactly do a little sit down with me, a little introduction of your unique car.
It's unusual.
Very unique car. I will tell you, I came from Europe, from Poland. Always crazy about American classic cars, hot rod, and I'm familiar with 50s, 60s. Recently, the past 3, 4, 5 years, I'm more really into pre-war cars. Talking about all those, Fords 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Recently, I got even really familiar with the 31 Chevy Coupe. But it's just spectacular area of design, body. I mean, the engines and everything else. And I thought that I saw everything. And that's the moment when I'm always getting surprised. The same on the car shows, the same on some meets. There's always some new car which shows on my horizon. And you were one of that guys exactly showing
I'm
up
glad
with
to be
this.
there.
Yes. Tell me what we have here.
This is a 1936 Cord Beverly sedan.
Cord.
Yep. Made alongside of the Auburns and Duesenbergs
Uh-huh.
in Auburn, Indiana. It was only this body style only lasted 2 years, 36, 37.
Wow.
And then they decided to close the Cord name out and just stayed with Auburn and Duesenberg.
Uh-huh.
About 1,147 of these were produced in 36 and about the same number in 37.
Wow.
The designer was named Burig, and there's a lot of firsts on this car that you don't normally see in cars from back in the 30s. The fact that it doesn't have running boards.
Uh-huh.
All the cars back then had running boards.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have any exposed hinges on the doors. It's got fold-away headlights, front-wheel drive. That's stuff that was just unheard of back then.
Yes.
So
Very
that's what makes it
futuristic.
unique.
I mean, the entire design, when you show up first time, I see you at the car show, you pulling in, I see the design, I'm like, whoa. First of all, what you said, hidden headlights. I'm like, where are the headlights?
Yes.
Then the entire hood and front. I mean, the front looks really like so futuristic.
Yep.
The grill, there is no really grill.
They call it a coffin nose. So it's very
Coffin
similar.
nose.
Yep.
Okay. And then you have those pipes here.
Yep. Those were used on the supercharged models. They made
Okay.
two versions. Both of them had the aircraft Lycoming flathead V8 in them,
Uh-huh.
which was a first for an American car with aluminum cylinder heads and aluminum intake manifold. But one had a supercharger, and that's the exhaust for the supercharged unit.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the Duesenberg being involved. So I was under that company, yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Auburn and Duesenberg that financed E.L. Cord, who that's the idea, the man behind the idea for this this car.
I mean, we're talking, such a unique lines. And then as I got closer and I spent a little bit time walking around at this car show, I see the doors. We have suicide doors on the front and regular on the back.
Correct. Yeah, that was part of the design. They did have some suicide cars back in those days, but very. And you don't want to open it while you're going down the highway.
Split front windshield.
Those actually tilt out. That was the
Really?
air conditioning back then.
Wow.
And you could pull into a service station with this car. You'll notice there's two cowl vents up on the in front of the windshield.
Yes.
One of those had the radiator and oil dipstick in it, so that the hood never had to come open
Wow.
at a service station.
Such an advanced design for that times.
It's a fun car to drive. They were way ahead of its time.
Uh-huh. All right, so let me ask you, how did you got this car exactly?
It all
when? How long you have this car?
My father, when I was born, it was in the car business, and he always wanted a Accord. He always talked about them.
Okay.
This came available. The one he had was in the early '70s. He bought it and kept it until he passed. But that was his pride and joy. My interest in cars got started at a very young age. When I was just a toddler, 6, 7 years old.
Wow, early.
I was a handful, I guess, at home. Mom sent me to the shop with Dad every morning, and he put me to work. After I broke all the windows in the old cars and threw rocks at cars back in the back lot, he set me down on a bench and gave me an old radio out of a DeSoto, which was about the size of a full console TV nowadays.
Yeah.
And told me to take it apart, and that's where it all started. Fell in love with it, and watching him throughout the years is what taught me to appreciate different things. I like different cars, so
yes,
you can tell.
Yeah.
And
that's quite a story.
That's where we got started. Yep.
So this car will be in the family for past good 50 years.
Yep,
right,
exactly.
Right now. That's amazing, and I really appreciate the design and the just story behind for so many years and putting so much work to keep in this condition as you do, and all of us guys who are in a classic cars. Exactly. You're going to the car shows, and sometimes people passing by, of course, they appreciate this and they like and they are taking photos, but they never, I think, really diving deep in how much work takes to keep those cars in this condition, and money and everything else.
To build a car takes a lot of time.
Yes, because we're talking right now, next 10 years, that will be 100 years old car.
That's right.
You cannot say. I mean, the cars looks like straight from the dealership right now.
I like all of them. There's some people that are Chevrolet fans, some people that are Ford fans.
Yeah.
Growing up in the car business all my life, I appreciate all of them.
Yes.
They all have their merits.
Definitely, and that's what makes that's exactly great. That we are all so different. We have different approaching cars or anything else in our lives from different angles, and we cannot just say, I just like those cars. I don't know why he likes the other ones. No, we really should appreciate approach from different angle, and exactly that's for me exactly. Taking the point of view, just standing on the side and seeing all of you guys with the different cars, it's fantastic way to learn about those cars and learn about your approach, what you like in those particular cars. And that's what I'm exactly meeting with guys like you here today, and talking stories about the cars and why you choose them, 30, 40, 50, 80 years ago, and you really so close to them, and you're passionate about them, and you're passing the knowledge to next generation, which is you can meet on the car shows and everything else like that. It's fantastic. I met you at the car show. You're attending many of them are local. Any particular bigger trips which you did in this car and really set on memories in your?
We like to go to the Lake Mirror show in Lakeland.
Okay,
it's set
nice.
Up downtown around the lake. They have a concours, they have a hot rod reunion, and then they fill the downtown with all different types, makes, models. Great show.
Which month is that?
It is in October.
October, nice.
Usually around the second week in October.
Yeah, we're talking 3.5 hour cruising there.
Yeah, it's not a bad ride.
US 17, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice little trip up. And, always enjoy the weekend. That's a great place.
What do we have? Let me ask you, because we have the coughing-looking hood. What do we have under exactly? Talking about engine.
Right now it's a fuel-injected V8 small block with power rack and pinion steering, power disc brakes all the way around, air conditioning, heat, power windows, all the luxuries you would expect in a car of today, anyways. Yeah, it's great. Great little setup. Overdrive transmission goes down the highway 70, 80 mile an hour, just
Wow.
like any other car would.
Wow. And then those headlights, hidden headlights. What a design.
Yeah.
Especially for back then. We're talking, that's why I said next 10 years will be 100 years old car.
And they're not electric, so they have a crank on
They have a
each
crank. Wow.
crank on each side, and the car is narrow enough in the front the way it's designed that you can reach across. But yeah, it's got a little handle on a dash, crank for each headlight.
Spectacular interior too. I mean, talking about the dashboard. Beautiful steel looking.
Yep, engine turned aluminum. The shifter in the with the factory transmission was what they call a selector. It wasn't actually a shifter. A post coming out on the side, you would just grab it with 2 fingers, put the clutch in, move it to a gear, release the clutch, and it would go to the next gear.
Okay.
So there were no linkages. It was all done with electric, solenoids, and vacuum.
Wow.
Quite the setup for back in the 30s. And they were somewhat troublesome as they got older, and basically it was just wire connections. So you go around, clean up all the connections, and replace them. And they would drive good.
Pretty economical too. You don't have any talking about how many miles per gallon or...
Oh, you don't care about that.
Yes, yeah.
It's like a motorhome. It's one of those things you buy when you don't worry about what the fuel mile is going to cost. You get in it and enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you having me.
That you find the time and really have something like that on this, what I'm creating. And I'm calling this like car podcast, car vlog, where I really have amazing group of people with unique cars. There is sometimes, process of restorations, which has years included in that, or just purchase in a different area of the country or of the world, but it's connected with some story and memories. And what I'm trying to do is, first of all, pass this to everyone, the car enthusiasts and automotive world in Europe, of course, especially Poland, where I'm from. Then talking Germany. Germany is pretty close to, and everybody else. And there's pretty big community too, and there's a lot of guys exactly who are really, crazy for American classic cars too.
Yep.
We're talking about Scandinavia, Sweden, Finland. I'm meeting those guys sometimes even here on the car shows, and talking about, just as example, Turkey around Daytona. I met some nice guys, and they're creating some events and building custom cars in Sweden. I went to the Race of Gentlemen, spectacular experience for me. Wildwood, New Jersey. We're talking vintage racing. That was the car racing and motorcycle racing on the beach with the background of ocean on the one side, vintage amusement park on the another. That's another spectacular event. And also guys were coming from, South America, France, England, from all over. And then, of course, here from United States. But so I'm trying to pass this to our those unique, exactly, cars, classic cars, which I have opportunity to pass in my, I'm calling this automotive journey, and meet guys like you and hear those stories. I'm trying just document this and pass this to the automotive world there, but also maybe, with my English skills, which I learned English traveling exactly. Maybe the next generation here is also interested, because there's a lot of going on in our automotive world right now. I mean, we're passing and speeding with the technology, and we have electric cars and this and that. But of course, here the automotive world was built on the classic cars, and we're talking, starting from I had gentlemen with Model Ts, 1906, 1915. We're talking 1930, 50. There is so much. There is so much, and United States was always the top country in the world, talking about automotive world and design and cars and everything like that. So it's culture. It's huge culture. We got to remember about this. We got to appreciate to people like you who are keeping those cars in this condition, and they're sharing their passion, their stories, and their cars on the car shows or any events.
That's true. Yeah, we're the caretakers.
Appreciate your time.
I appreciate it too, Peter.
Looking forward to the ride.
Thank you.